Hey guys, so I've been away for quite a while. I've not made any videos. It's been crazy in this time. Work's been hectic, and even otherwise, I've not been reading as much as I should. My Goodreads challenge is like an embarrassment. That being said, I realized that I had been purchasing a lot of horror books lately. So, this is my horror haul for the year end. The first one is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Everyone knows I'm a big Neil Gaiman fan, and this had been on my TBR for a very long time, and I can't wait to do this. So every time I read Neil Gaiman, it just feels special. It's like a cup of pumpkin spice latte. It feels special, it feels warm, no matter what the genre is. If he's writing horror or fantasy or a short story, it doesn't matter. Graveyard Book is about this one boy who gets orphaned at a very young age, and he is brought up by ghosts and entities in a graveyard. And his name is Bod, and his actual name is Nobody. And because one, it's Neil Gaiman, and two, the synopsis is insanely interesting. This is supposed to be a middle grade young adult book. I don't care, it's Neil Gaiman, so I think it should be interesting. The second one was a recommendation by Jean Menzies, one of my favorite booktubers. It's called The Girl with All the Gifts. It's supposed to be a zombie horror book, although it's supposed to be a slow build. It's a little fat. I'm a little nervous about reading this because I'm not a big fan of the zombie genre, but just the way I think certain people describe certain books, you're really attracted to them. I'll just read the synopsis out quick, because it's short and you will get an idea of what it's about. Every morning, Melanie waits in her cell to be collected for class. When they come for her, Sergeant Park keeps his gun pointing at her, while two of his people strap her into the wheelchair. She thinks they don't like her. She jokes that she won't bite, but they don't laugh. I think it's a post-apocalyptic kind of a world where this girl is strapped into something. Kids are apparently taken to school, strapped into chairs and like with full protection, and they're kept in jail cells. That is some things that I've heard. I have not actually gone into Goodreads reviews or done more detailing because I really do want to read this. It's supposed to be a slow build up. It's supposed to be like a zombie thing, but not like a typical, like, come and strangle your throat zombies or eat your brain zombies. I don't know, but I am looking forward to read this. The third one, the cover is absolutely gorgeous, also recommended by Jean Menzies. I'm gonna tag her in this and just gonna think I'm some sort of a weird stalker, but this Rules for Vanishing. How gorgeous is the cover? But so this is supposed to give you nightmares. Apparently it's a very scary book. It's a young adult book, but young adult is kind of a underrated genre. I don't know, some people just say, oh, it's a young adult book, I don't want to read it, but there are some gems that come out of it. This, I'm hoping, is one of them. Once a year, a road appears in the woods at midnight, and the ghost of Lucy Gallows beckons, inviting those who are brave enough to play her game. If you win, you escape with your life. But if you lose... so there's this girl whose sister goes missing and she comes back. And there's this road that's, supposed to open up once in a while. And that road sort of takes you to this forest, which is like the... I don't know, Forbidden Forest or something. And this book is written in a way like the Blair Witch Project. It's a documentary form of writing, if I may say so. There's like see, look at this. There's like text messages and that kind of format. So how the characters communicate. I do look forward to reading this, but because the anticipation has made it so scary, I don't know if I should just binge this like at night, and I have a habit of reading at night, so I don't know. That being said, I think I do need a good scare because I've been reading too much romance lately, man. I I should try new things. The next one is Japanese horror stories. This is a Penguin edition. The book is about short stories that have been written by, I keep forgetting, is Lafcadio Hearn. He is a Japanese writer of Irish descent, and he has quite an interesting life story. This book I just started, but a lot of things are about his life. Honestly, I went in anticipating like, okay, the first story, second story, third story, but about 20% of the book is just his life. Not that, I mean, I would maybe like to know about him, but right now I'm in a mood for some like quick horror stories. Again, I have just started, and there is a chapter on Rokurokubi, which is one of the most popular Japanese ghosts, and I can't wait to get there. Honestly, when I heard this story of Rokurokubi the first time, I didn't sleep for 3 nights in a row. I am not kidding. It's really scary, and there are various versions of it. So I mean, Lafcadio Hearn is the primary sort of maybe protagonist of this story. It's a non-fiction book, but a lot of things are about his life and how he collected these stories. I think I'm gonna finish this and probably do like a short review. Maybe not video, I'll just put it up on my Instagram and let you know if the short stories that come later on after 20% of the book are good or not. So another one is the most popular book, Mexican Gothic. So much has been written about this, so much has been talked about. I'm really excited about this book. It's about a girl who goes to rural Mexico to her sister's place, I think, and there's this house which has some elements that are scary and mysterious, and how she finds out things and uncovers things there. A lot of people watching this must have already read it, so I don't think I need to explain the synopsis. I think this is pretty much summing it up. The next one is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I wanted a physical copy, but I was just too lazy to like wait for it. I don't know, I don't wait for books. I download the ebooks and then I want the physical copies. What is this behavior, Priyanka? But Home Before Dark sounds a little similar to Haunting of the Hill House, where the protagonist goes back to the house that they lived in as children, and had to leave dead in the middle of the night because some haunting activities were happening. So that basically is summing up the synopsis of this. In this, the protagonist goes back to that home. The locals are not welcoming to them, and you know, the person tries to solve a lot of mysteries about what happened back then. Were the ghost stories, were the fact that the whispers about the fact that the house was haunted true? So it seems like one of those haunted house stories that I want to read. I've not read many haunted house stories, so I think this should be a good start. If you've read any of these before, please let me know what your reviews are, what your thoughts are, if there's anything I should be anticipating, and any favorite horror books that you like. I think because I'm developing a taste for it. Earlier in the year, I did read The Broken Girls, which was pretty scary. It's not a horror book. It's supposed to be a suspense thriller by Simone St. James. But that book gave me nightmares. Like, that was insane. I think after that, I got the little chaska of, you know, trying to read horror. That being said, I will also probably do a story on my favorite, do a video on my favorite Reddit stories, horror stories. I keep lurking on No Sleep in the middle of the night when I have no sleep, and share them with you. Until then, bye.